Hey, this is Jamie from Capsule Computers, and today we are reviewing My Time at Portia. This sandbox RPG will hit Steam Early Access on January 23rd. At the time of the recording of this video, My Time at Portia's price has not yet been announced. However, the copies of the game started at $20 US during the crowdfunding period. Kickstarted in mid-2017, My Time at Portia is the latest title from Chinese developers Pathia Games, whose previous works include Planet Explorers. Visually inspired by the legendary Studio Ghibli, My Time at Portia channels games like Rune Factory, Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing, and Dark Cloud 2. Players will arrive at the town of Portia, where they will rebuild their father's workshop and win the hearts of the townsfolk. My Time at Portia is set in a second age of humans, only a couple generations past a near-apocalyptic event. Since then, the Church of Light and the Research Council are in a tug-of-war with what to do with old knowledge recovered in the ruins. Beyond the ideological struggle is Portia, a small frontier town filled with charming villagers to befriend and maybe one to fall in love with. The game's writing is lighthearted considering the oddly grim backdrop. I do hope, however, developers add more conversation possibilities with the townsfolk as the early access phase continues. Talking with villagers daily is a quick way of improving relationships, and reading the same couple lines every day gets boring pretty quick. There are some minor spelling and grammar errors that do need to be ironed out, but there's just nothing that can't be addressed during the early access phase. My Time at Portia is a buffet of casual simulation and RPG mechanics. It lets gamers sample a little bit of everything with a gentle learning curve and simple, accessible mechanics. The game's two foundations are manufacturing items and socializing with the townspeople. Almost all the farming, mining, gathering, and fighting in My Time at Portia is done to collect the necessary raw materials to fulfill commissions, complete quests, or simply turn a profit. There is already a weighty tech tree that will have players trying everything the game has to offer. I really like how My Time at Portia splits crafting into small projects on work tables and machines and larger multi-step projects on the assembly pad. The gathering and farming mechanics in the game are solid so far. The game's way of repopulating the map is well thought out and works great. I think allowing players to reset the ancient ruins by having players quote-unquote travel to a new level in the mine is a really creative explanation. The farming is a little less intense compared to Harvest Moon or Stardew Valley, but it still ticks all the boxes to deliver a basic yet enjoyable experience. The game's social aspects are similar to Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing games. To build relationships with town people, players need to finish quests, fulfill commissions, socialize, and give gifts. Players need to constantly interact with people to maintain their relationships. I think the decay rate right now needs a little tweaking, as it feels a bit too severe at the moment. Combat is definitely not the first and foremost activity in My Time at Portia, but the game can put up a surprising challenge at times. The only two moves players really need to know is attack and dodge, which makes combat easily accessible to players of all skill levels. The execution of the dodge mechanic is excellent. A well-timed dodge can negate all incoming damage without moving the player too far out of position, and dodge spamming is discouraged by tying it to the sprint meter. Even though combat has to share time with more peaceful activities like farming and mining, Pathia Games has done a great job creating a fulfilling combat experience. The first 1 or 2 weeks in the game is a little rough right now and needs a bit of balancing. Mining ore and relics will send players into the ancient ruins, which requires an entrance fee each time you go in. The fee is pretty onerous in the first couple of days, as the daily stamina pool is extremely limited and food is tough to come by. Once players are able to expand their stamina pool and start accessing the ancient ruins regularly, the pace of progression feels about right. In the short term, I hope Pathia Games puts in a little extra work on the controls. The options for keybinds only allow players to modify certain actions in the game. The controller support is excellent for the most part, but there are still some game elements that are optimized for the mouse and keyboard. The commission board and the fishing minigame come to mind as the worst offenders so far. The audiovisual experience is absolutely stunning. The sound effects are solid, and there is an odd bit of voice acting thrown into the game. The soundtrack is lighthearted and channels Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing. The music pairs well with the casual nature of the game, though I hope the developers plan on adding a few more songs as development continues. The game's Studio Ghibli-inspired art is absolutely eye-catching. The character design lives up to the lofty goal Pathia Games has set for itself, with memorable characters and creative monsters. I really enjoyed My Time at Portia. It is a beautiful love letter to the titles that inspired the game. My Time at Portia is well on its way to a full release that is going to win the hearts of gamers everywhere. If you want to read this preview, be sure to check out the link in the description or in the video's card. I hope to see you soon. This is Jamie from Capsule Computers signing off. Hey YouTube, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and subscribe to Capsule Computers for more awesome videos. If you're looking for more videos to watch, check out our review of Spellforce 3 here on the left. And if you're looking for a more hardcore action RPG experience, check out our review of Assassin's Creed Origin here on the right.